Well, Bethesda is set to close some studios that were subsidiaries of them. And honestly, I can't really say I'm shocked. There's a couple of studios I'm a little shocked for, but to be fair, Bethesda, out of all the acquisitions Microsoft made, seemed to maybe be the most promising, but ended up being the most disappointing. Even though Fallout, the TV show, came out for Prime Video, and that put a spike in all the Fallout games that are being played right now, but it's probably just a little too late. Alongside some of the studios, a lot of other companies, their employees are getting reallocated to other companies, like the actual Bethesda video game company is getting a lot of people, and ZeniMax is getting some people as well. The games that we're going to be losing include, but are not limited to, games like Redfall, which actually had a DLC planned, but I mean, just the reception off that alone, I don't think anybody's really too hurt about it. And Hi-Fi Rush, which actually might hurt some people. It was pretty critically acclaimed, and it has been nominated for plenty of awards, so that game not being continued anymore, and the studio that makes it being the only studio Bethesda has in Japan seems to kind of not really feel too good. If you're actually paying attention to like what Microsoft is doing right now in the video game space, I'm not too sure if they spent too much money or whatever, but they did announce they are planning to cut 1,900 workers from the actual workforce. So Bethesda looks like they're getting a good amount of cut of it. I do think they still see worth in Bethesda, seeing that Fallout has been doing pretty well. I'm assured that a lot of these people are going to be focused into making a new Fallout game. There hasn't been a real, true Elder Scrolls one-player experience for over a decade now. And they're really trying to push Starfield, even though I'm going to say it was a flop, but Shattered Space is coming out pretty soon, and I think Starfield is going to be around for a little bit longer, as well as ESO Online, but Bethesda seems to be lacking, and Microsoft's going to be cutting some of that fat off that steak, you know what I mean? Now, IGN broke the story, and a lot of this really, I feel, to me, has to do with just Microsoft's mismanaging of IPs and studios that they have underneath them. I feel like possibly they were trying to recoup some of the money they spent when buying all these companies, and it's not really panning out as well as they thought it would. I'm not sure on the Activision Blizzard side, but definitely on the Bethesda and some of the other studio sides, it didn't seem like it's doing as well. I think a major thing Microsoft was really looking to push, and kind of the rally flag for Xbox players, was going to be Call of Duty exclusivity, but that doesn't seem like it's going to be happening. If anything, Microsoft is going less exclusivity, with games like Halo possibly coming to the PlayStation. After the next console comes out, I don't see Microsoft really making any more consoles. They might have like an IP, maybe something like Amazon's Luna, but having an actual hard console, I don't see Microsoft having. It's just a blunder, and it seems that Microsoft is just constantly mismanaging all the studios, all the IPs, and the direction it's going is something that no one really expected. Everyone kind of expected Xbox to be like the main competitor to Sony, and it was gonna bust some heads. It had stronger hardware. It was just gonna be one of the juggernauts in the game, and right now, it kind of feels like Microsoft is taking a bow out of that console wars thing and trying to find a new angle. If this lands, I'm not exactly sure, but they have a ton of money they have to recoup, so maybe it might work out. But as for now, I see Bethesda just mostly focusing on the successful IPs, excluding Hi-Fi Rush, and trying to get more major blockbusters out, and kind of get more of that blockbuster type AAA games out, like with the Fallout IP and Elder Scrolls. I mean, and you know they'll milk it for all it's worth. Just look at Skyrim. There's like 27 versions of it, and they'll make some money again. I just don't think they're ready to start experimenting with new titles, kind of like Dishonored and things like that. I think those type of things for Bethesda are gone, and we're only going to be getting the certified bangers that we know are going to hit. That is it. Sleek Shadow here. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.